In our own language, we call it Kurimakwechinyakare, meaning our traditional agriculture. That describes what we inherited from our parents, which has sustained our parents, our environment for generations. So it's not something very new to Zimbabwe, no. It's actually an old practice that has been continued to be practiced by farmers and which have become so strong in Zimbabwe, especially during the last decade of the economic crisis, where completely there was no any other food you could find in any shop. But because people had their own local resources, and because people had their own knowledge, and because people had their own seed on their hands, they were able to produce.
Quand on parle d'agroécologie, c'est quelque chose qui lie l'agriculture paysanne avec les connaissances des ancêtres, ensuite les recherches scientifiques. Donc on doit combiner ça.
Mas usando esse modelo de agricultura, o camponês tem menos custos, não usa muitos produtos que saem através do mercado externo e não usa muito as sementes que são preparadas, que vêm de fora, mas sim as sementes são preparadas localmente. Os adubos, usamos os elementos que estão em volta da nossa machamba e preparamos o compostagem onde aplicamos sem muitos custos.
Donc l'agroécologie, on allait dire, ça fait partie des savoirs traditionnels de n'importe quel paysan et paysanne du monde entier. C'est grâce à cette agroécologie paysanne, parce que paysanne non pas parce que c'est que les agriculteurs ou les cultivateurs ou les agricultrices ou cultivatrices, paysanne parce que on est d'un pays, d'un terroir, d'un territoire. Et cette agroécologie, c'est elle qui a nourri l'humanité jusqu'à maintenant. Si on n'y avait pas une agroécologie, on va dire à 80% qui respectent les territoires, les écosystèmes, les temps de pêche, les temps de chasse, les moments de semis, la sélection des semences pour qu'elles soient adaptées au fil des ans et au fil des terroirs, peut-être qu'on ne serait même pas là en train de faire l'interview.
I'm an organic farmer and we built the organic movement 30 years ago. Agroecology is what can help us to have always in mind that organic, for example, is not only techniques, but it's also a tool to change our society. And organic had this role in Europe, no? To relink a farmer to the society, because all our activity was to change the market, to reconnect the citizens to the farmer, the urban area to the rural area. That was our idea, no? And it's clear that we are losing that. A part of the organic sector, the so-called organic industry, is going in another direction.
From my experience, indigenous people have a holistic way of seeing agriculture or hunting and gathering. You know, it includes spirituality, it includes growing the foods, it includes knowing the seeds or what seeds you're planting. It includes the distribution and the consumption, and ceremonies are tied to food a lot of the times, you know, because there's a lot of sacred plants that we have, so they're involved. So it includes the whole system. It's holistic. So if you put agroecology in the middle, like the nucleus, then that involves all of those aspects of life. You know, community, family, friends, everything.
life. And the way we live off the ocean and off the resource is very different. It's not commercial, it's livelihood, you know, it's a spiritual and social interaction.
La agroecología es una forma de poder producir nuestros alimentos de manera armónica con la naturaleza. Me parece que la agroecología retoma todos los principios de nuestras cosmovisiones como pueblos originarios, como pueblos indígenas. La agroecología es importante también porque puede garantizar la sostenibilidad de la biodiversidad, que para nosotros la biodiversidad es el principio y el fin de la vida y de las culturas de los pueblos. Y creo que la agroecología es importante en este momento de crisis climática para dar respuestas desde los territorios, de nuestros territorios, poder trabajar. Es una práctica ancestral que en la actualidad pues está tomando una posición política ante el modelo de agricultura industrial, al monocultivo principalmente, a los efectos del cambio climático. Y entonces la capacidad de resiliencia que las comunidades podemos tener a través de prácticas sostenibles como la agroecología.
So I see agroecology as a vehicle through which truly sustainable food production and ways for us to connect with the land in general, and can happen in a way that's really owned by the populace, in a way that doesn't just create a new market, but in a way that's allowing us to access affordable food for each other, providing good income for the producers, and goes beyond, hopefully goes beyond the idea of just singular farms, you know, and more collective action.
C'est ce qui nous a forcé, le changement climatique nous a forcé à pratiquer l'agropastoralisme. Donc, les défis auxquels nous sommes confrontés. Nous avons par exemple le manque, surtout la fluctuation des pluies, le manque d'eau, très souvent dans le Grand Sahel, ce qui explique le fait que tous les animaux redescendent et toutes les personnes redescendent en même temps que les animaux, aussi vite que possible. On faisait 8 mois et actuellement on fait 2 mois ou 3 mois. Donc ça c'est un défi, le manque d'eau et le manque d'herbe. C'est avec cette sécheresse que nous avons commencé à manger le mil. Vous avez vu? C'est là. Donc, si nous cultivons, les bénéfices de l'agriculture sont donnés aux animaux. Vous avez vu? Donc nous sommes obligés de cultiver l'herbe pour donner aux animaux. Au lieu de cultiver l'herbe, maintenant on cultive et le riz et le mil. Le riz, nous prenons les graines. Le mil, nous prenons les graines. Maintenant, les gerbes ou les tiges, nous donnons ça aux animaux.
O importante é que a agroecologia é um modelo que não pode ser desenhado de cima para baixo. É um modelo que deve ser desenhado a partir da base, que é o mais importante, no terreno. E a partir daí nós temos que promover mais o intercâmbio, troca de experiência entre as comunidades, entre as províncias e a nível nacional e internacional. É assim como nós temos conseguido a expansão do conhecimento sobre a agroecologia.
L'agroécologie, si ça doit devenir un concept porté par des politiques publiques, je pense que la définition, le contenu et les options politiques doivent être, la définition de ces options doit revenir aux communautés paysannes.
In Europe we have 40 million farmers, 12 hectares of average size of the farm. We are small and medium farmers in Europe. We are not something else. And we are making the food for the European. I mean, we are producing food for European. For sure, the industrial agriculture is there, it's very strong. Very good lobby, very well organized. All the public policy is for that. Common agriculture policy is something like 55 billion euro per year, and all those 55 billion are going the wrong direction. So it's not an easy task to build an agroecological model in Europe.
we've got big obstacles. I mean, the first obstacle we have is, you know, we historically have had the right to go to the ocean, to go and harvest different species in small little boats, so we don't make an impact on big, using lots of fuel and so on. Small little vessels, we go to sea and then we come back and we share and we sell. But what has recently happened is that our government in South Africa about 10 years ago introduced a new law that said only get a right or a permit to go to sea if you're a commercial fisher. We are not commercial fisher. So therefore our right to go to sea have been taken away. We've been disenfranchised, and that has been the single biggest blow, because the right to go to sea is not just the physical act of going to fish. It's preparing to go to fish, which involves a lot of women, a lot of young people. It is going to fish, it's coming back and then processing and selling the fish and sharing it out, which is all the role that the women play. And a lot of our fishing activity is connected to the culture in the community. So effectively, by saying you can't go to sea because you're not commercial, government takes our livelihoods, take our culture away. So that is the biggest impediment that we are currently experiencing in South Africa. And we have fought it. Right? We have not taken it down lightly. We have said to government that you have not consulted us, or they claim that they have, but you know, when they say they consult, by that they mean they've come to tell us this is what they're doing. We've not had an opportunity to decently engage.
Later in 2014, it came out this proposal, this initiative from France in FAO to have a symposium on agroecology that was quite something unexpected.
Yo creo que hoy abrimos, como yo tengo dicho, una ventana en ese edificio, la sede de la FAO en Roma, que más de medio século es considerado la catedral de la Revolución Verde.
Comme vous savez, FAO est l'institution de l'ONU et responsable de la question alimentaire dans le monde. Mais vous savez que FAO est généralement dominé par les entreprises multinationales, les pays industrialisés qui prônent l'agriculture industrielle. Donc maintenant, c'est intéressant que le FAO aujourd'hui prend la responsabilité d'organiser un forum sur l'agroécologie. Et nous pensons que ça est un pas dans la bonne direction. C'est le premier pas, et là je pense qu'au niveau des organisations paysannes comme la Via Campesina et d'autres organisations de la société civile, nous devons continuer à faire pression sur FAO pour que FAO s'engage dans le vrai chemin, parce que le seul chemin qui peut résoudre le problème de la faim vraiment dans le monde, c'est l'agroécologie.
Et aujourd'hui, le monde industriel, le monde capitaliste est dans une impasse. Mais c'est quand même un système qui a la force de toujours récupérer tout. Et donc, ils nous ont emmené l'agriculture conventionnelle, l'agriculture moderne, l'agriculture raisonnée. Et maintenant, on nous dit, ah, en bloc, qu'est-ce qu'on va inventer comme mot? Là, l'agroécologie, c'est à la mode. Donc, ce sont ceux mêmes-là qui parlent d'agroécologie. Donc, moi, pour moi, l'agroécologie, elle est paysanne, ou l'agroécologie des peuples, des communautés.
Then we decided to participate, to support, and somehow it was interesting because, as it was said, there are two clear ideas of agroecology. You know, somebody that wants to use agroecology as a tool to maintain the situation as it is, just a greening of the industrial agriculture model. FAO opened a window in the institutions. I mean, it's important that we keep this window very open and keep this window full of our contents. Still, and this forum is so important because we are putting together all this different knowledge, and we need to have a common definition, a common understanding, and then fight in all the different fora to defend our idea of agroecology, how we want to call it, people agroecology, peasant agroecology, but we needed this time to do that.
You have this food movement and this debate around agriculture, but it's really centered from this very urban consumerist perspective that is driving a narrative that doesn't articulate, on one hand, the need for the fundamental class restructuring of society and the way agriculture is able to do that, or agroecology is able to do that. And on the other hand, articulates this notion that as long as we have good and healthy food, things are okay. It'll be more accessible. And so in this regard, you know, the articulation is organic and food security are one model, and that's the predominant narrative that we're seeing in the US. And then you have agroecology and food sovereignty, which needs to be understood and taken by the young people re-entering into agriculture. And so this is where the political training and the radicalization of agroecology has to take place.
We were talking in our working group earlier about agroecology as the tool with which we can reach food sovereignty. So agroecology not as being the destination, but agroecology as being the articulation of how we're going to get to food sovereignty.
We kind of see it as food sovereignty. So when we say food sovereignty, that means that each community has the sovereignty, the autonomy to choose how we want to do it, what we want to grow, you know, what way of life we want to choose. And that's how we use it in the organization. We do food sovereignty, so food sovereignty zones. And it's usually with the concepts of agroecology. It's just that the word, I guess, it's not really used because, like I said, in a lot of communities who are hunters and gatherers, you wouldn't choose the word agroecology. So we kind of want to keep it to food sovereignty because then each tribe, each nation, each indigenous peoples can choose what food sovereignty means to them. And maybe some of them want to use agroecology, that's what it means to them. But maybe some want to choose hunting and gathering.
Once we engage in our political study of our own lives as actors in this process and how that intersects with society and within our own communities and hopefully within the organizations we're a part of, we can begin to understand, well, what are the collective dynamics of advancing a shared vision? But without this political understanding and these debates and dialogues, the notion of collectivity is just an idea that exists when we're selling produce and people come in, and it just supports that one mechanism. We only see it as that one mechanism without seeing there's all these other facets that we can re-engage in. So the political organization of us in this process and the types of trainings that are being offered throughout La Via Campesina, but also organizations in the US that are advancing in this regard is really fundamental as we engage with youth, and I mean older people too, but you know, young people, we have a knack at desiring to do things a different way, for better or for worse. You know, we're really good at not listening to our parents, and that can be a really strong attribute for us as we think about, you know, this moment in our relationship as young people.
Por lo menos la visión del Maela es que la agroecología es el gran paraguas político de todas las agro e hidroculturas que los productores de alimentos a pequeña escala hacemos en el mundo, en los distintos territorios. Tiene el desafío de que es una propuesta de modelo alternativo a este sistema, pero que no homogeniza lo que hacemos en los territorios, sino que se rige bajo principios en común, principios productivos, biológicos, sociales, políticos. Y yo creo que las mujeres hemos contribuido mucho a ese desafío, a entender que un modelo puede ser diverso y que no genera etiquetas, no genera recetas, no genera un marco cuadrado y que si no pasas por eso no entras. Es que hace un rescate de todos los saberes y de todas las formas que tenemos los pequeños productores de alimentos en el mundo, ¿no? Incluyendo pescadores, pastores, recolectores, campesinos, pueblos indígenas, trabajadores. Y en el caso de las mujeres, creo que ha permitido mirar esa esa diversidad, pero con un sentido político en común. Y también ha permitido ser creativo en los territorios, ¿no? Sin recursos de apoyo de un Estado, de un gobierno, poder ser creativos y generar aprendizajes y procesos y acumulación. Y eso creo que las mujeres hemos sido muy claras en ese aporte.
Et la souveraineté alimentaire aussi, c'est l'autonomie paysanne, c'est-à-dire les paysans doivent pouvoir utiliser leurs semences, doivent pouvoir utiliser leurs connaissances pour la fertilité, pour la gestion de l'humidité dans les sols, pour un certain nombre de faire, et même pour la gestion des marchés locaux. Tout cela, je pense que fait partie de la souveraineté et a un lien étroit avec l'agroécologie. Donc je pense qu'il n'y a pas de souveraineté alimentaire sans agroécologie. Et certainement, il n'y aura pas, disons, d'agroécologie qui va durer sans une politique de souveraineté alimentaire qui la soutient.